woke up this morning and I prayed to the Most High. The sun is shining so bright. I'm blessed to live this life. Yahawashi, blessed be Yahawah, blessed be Yahawashi. Shalawam.
Shalawam.
Welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout.
Hey,
because this is where the Helpmeets Hangout. Hey. Welcome to the Helpmeets
Hangout.
Hey, because this is what
Hangout. This is Hangout, and this is where we be at, and this is where we pull up 500 talk about today's topic with the chips. Yeah.
No chips. That playback was crazy last time. I was like, that sister was crunching. I said, oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. I gotta get my Bible with that precept.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't realize that I was crunching directly in the mic. So from now on, if I'm eating anything, I will go on mute because I don't want to hear that, and I know y'all don't want to hear that. I hate the sound of
That's just sad.
I was looking back, I was like, dang, bro, I know everybody's talking about me. Why does sister crunch it in the mic like that? Fast forward my part. Give me fast forward.
She said, get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Shalom. But yeah, how y'all been through the spirit? How y'all doing?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
We made it, y'all. We making it through these weeks.
Okay.
We coming in that season of feast days back to back, atonement, tabernacles, all the beautiful fun stuff.
Feast of Trumpets.
Exciting.
All of that. Exciting. You did yours already, didn't you? You did Feast of Trumpets already, right?
Yes, ma'am. My atonement is this Thursday night on Halal.
Okay. All praises.
Yes, I'm excited. A little nervous about Abarriyah, but most heart be with us.
Girl, you gonna be all right. Don't be acting dramatic.
Y'all. Look, say hey, y'all.
Say, Mama, wipe my chin. She wiped it on her shirt.
I'm gonna wipe it, and then I usually keep a
bib. It's gonna be right back. Right.
Exactly. I usually keep a bib on her. I gotta go put one on her because she that's all she does now is just slob everywhere. So.
Say that's them teeth about to start.
Girl, I told somebody, I said, it seemed like my baby been teething for like 3 months and then no teeth came in yet.
That's how it be.
But yeah, Lily, how you feeling through the spirit?
Psych. I'm feeling good. I was about to tell y'all about my work experience today, but I ain't gonna bring it up no more. I ain't gonna talk about it because I already told behind the scenes that I was about to have to on the Edomite today, but I wasn't gonna do it because I'm trying to stay in the spirit. Okay. That lady had her hand all up in my bag. I said, what are you doing? Okay.
You're gonna let the Lord deal with them.
Okay. They really be thinking that they rule everything. Security.
My bad. I honestly woke up in a bit of a mood this morning. I don't know, because I just was like, I woke up in a bit of a mood because I was like, dang, bro, it's Sunday again. Gotta go to work again tomorrow. The Sabbath was just here, now it's gone again. And
it'd be so quick.
I was just fussy. I was just complaining. I was upset. And it was in the morning. And my head was like, he cut me up. He was like, but this is the day which the Lord hath made. So you got to rejoice and be glad in it.
Okay.
I was like, I hate Sundays. And that's when he had said that. I was like, dang, it's a beautiful day to be alive. We got the Spirit of the Lord in us.
I will rejoice.
Okay. Rejoice.
And be glad in it.
Don't let Satan, cause don't be ungrateful for the seasons you in. I'm gonna just say that. On your plate. Even if you gotta go to work. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beauty and everything. At least you got a job. Okay. At least you're able to help your family. Okay. At least you woke up this morning. Okay. At least you got the spirit of the Lord in you. It's so much to be thankful for. And if we constantly focus on just the burdens of this life, I must just say, for lack of better terms, we'd always find something to complain about. That's why Yahawashi told us, in the word you shall find tribulation, but in me you'll have peace. Because this walk is gonna be a lot, but with the Lord we got peace. So Lord, and yeah, but let's get the foundation precept before I keep talking, because girl, I was about to low key try to slide the topic in there, and they ain't even brought out the foundation. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
She stressed me out. That's okay though.
Who's stressing you out?
You were talking about a foundation.
I told y'all 3 episodes ago that's what I was going to be calling it, the foundation. You thought I was playing? I'm just trying to bring a little humor.
Oh my gosh. All praises.
How I go back?
It's the younger sisters that keep us youthful.
Okay, Lily. 1 Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahawah. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahawah giveth, that Yahawah in all things may be glorified through Yahawashi HaMashiach, to whom be praised the man forever and ever. Amen. Forever and ever. Amen. So, look, we are here to speak the oracles of the Most High, and with everything we say and do, we're going to glorify the Lord, because it is only His ability, the strength He gives us, the freeway He gives us. It's only Him that He allows us to have this platform, to understand these precepts, to have the Holy Spirit, get on here and talk. So call it Yahawashi, like Yahawashi. We're going to praise the name of the Lord from sun up to sundown, and the name of the Lord is to be praised.
Okay. Oh, praises.
Yeah, Lily, if you want to laugh, don't you?
I don't even know why you would say that and make me laugh again.
Look, y'all.
Sorry, y'all. I got this piece of extra skin on here. I was trying to get off right. Okay, I'm focused. I'm focused. No, I had it was a piece of skin on here. It was like, every time I'm at work, I hurt myself. Last time I cut my finger right here. I don't know if you can see it, probably can't. But I cut my finger in a box. And then last time I cut my finger up here on something else. I'll be injuring myself at work. So I'm trying to get that off. It's healing up good, but it's just hanging off. But I'm paying attention now. But yeah, so today's topic, we are going to talk about something that's very important, something very relatable, and just so sisters can feel at peace with themselves, if you're not already there. But a lot of times in this walk, I feel like we're very hard on ourselves. I feel like we think we got to have everything together and we're supposed to know everything right away. And, not remembering, like, when you unlearn things, you have to relearn them. And the things that we learned, we didn't learn those overnight. So keeping these law, statutes, and commandments, how to keep the feast days, how to be more modest, not only in appearance, but through our spirit, how to be patient, how to, break some of these other strongholds that were built up in the world, like breaking those down. Sometimes we can look around at other people and be like, dang, they got it all together. They got it all together. Like, dang, that sister only been in the truth for like a year or two, and she doing this, she doing that, she doing this, and she doing that, and da, da, da. But everything is not always as it appears. Everything you see isn't always what it seems. So today, that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to dive a little deep into it, and hopefully sisters Y'all can interact with us and give us, if y'all have precepts, throw them out in the chat, questions, comments, put them in the chat because we're going to read them. We are live, so we are going to read them. And yeah.
Yes, please. Con. That made me think of that saying, the grass ain't always greener on the other side.
It's greener where you water it.
That's what that made me think of.
Con.
That made me think of. Um, Shalawam to all the sisters in the chat. Hold on.
Shalawam.
Thank you. But yeah, that makes me think of that the grass and I was green on the other side because
So dark.
I mean, and it also kind of like, I mean, just it also kind of makes me. What just happened? Oh my bad. It also kind of makes me think of like not comparing ourselves to other people,
Con.
and not assuming that. I don't know. I feel like sometimes we get insecure about our lives and what we have in our lot right now because we see other people and how what they have. So, I feel like sometimes we think less of ourselves because I don't have this yet. Oh, and she has a family, and I don't have this, or wherever the case may be. But that's what I think of with this topic as well, comparing ourselves instead of just being content and thankful for what we have and where the Most High has us.
Con.
Because we talk about this all the time. Like, it could look good on the outside, but you never know what a person is dealing with behind closed doors. And truth of the matter is, some people a lot ain't as hard as the next person. We all going through our fair share of adversities, of course, but the Most High, He's dealing with everybody differently. He's dealing with everybody differently. So, like the scriptures say, to whom much is given, much is required. Let me just read it.
Oh my gosh, get on my head. My goodness.
Told you. That's weird. I didn't know you was thinking of that.
No, I got that precept pulled up.
Well, do you want to read it?
No, you have the floor.
Really big. Okay. Luke 12 and 48. I don't know if I want to read the one in Luke 12. Is that the only one? I feel like it's another one. In Matthew. It's okay, I'll just read that one. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required, and to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. So again, that was Luke 12:48. You never know how the Most High is dealing with somebody, and like I said, of course, we're all going through our fair share of adversities. The Most High is dealing with all of us, but He might be dealing with another sister on a higher level because to whom much is given, much is required. And so, although it looks good on the outside, you don't know what she's going through behind closed doors, and you don't know the heavy trials, tribulations. I was thinking about and she's going through, and you don't want the Most High to give you over to that because you might not be able to handle all that. You want what looks good on the outside, but what she's really battling behind closed doors, what she's praying for and fast for behind closed doors, but the Most High gave you over that, you faint. And it kind of makes me think of what I was reading in First Samuel this week, when we were asking for a king, and we were doing foolishly in that because the Most High was our king at the time. Most High was giving us everything we need. He was winning all of our battles, and we straight up and down, straight up said, "Give us a king so we can be like the other nations." We wanted to be like everybody else because we saw what was around us. And the Most High, He was like, "Okay, this what y'all want so bad. I'm gonna give you a wicked king. He's gonna do wickedly." And then we was like, "Oh gosh, we've done this wicked thing. Well, it's too late now. It's too late." So you never know. And it made me kind of think of, that thing that you're coveting, that thing that you want so bad because it looks good. You don't know the baggage that comes with that. But the Most High does. He could be protecting you from something. But if you keep on with it, okay. Like the Most High, He knows what we can and can't handle. He knows, and that's why He's dealing with everybody differently. That's why to whom much is given, much is required, because Most High knows this one thing right here, it could literally, be very detrimental to us, cause us to faint and fall out, Lord forbid. But that's what I thought about. I yield. I'm be long-winded.
Fine. Hold on. I ain't even got my daggone thing up. It's okay. Anyway, something I've been meditating on this week that kind of goes along with what we're talking about is um this and this thing cut me up so bad, and I have not had time because I wanted to make a video and put it on my channel, but I haven't had the time to.
What
Um,
is it?
uh, it cut me up so bad. I'm sorry. Okay, the same thing that you are, and I don't want to use the word complaining, but I'll say complaining. The same thing you are complaining about, somebody else is praying for. So even though I know we talking about everything you see isn't always what it seems, the main point in what I was trying to say is like being content with what you have and being thankful and making what you have work, because it's somebody else in a situation that's a little bit, I'll say, worse off than what you're in, and they are just hoping to be able to, maybe, like, I don't know if y'all ever seen an analogy of the person that's um the person that's on a bike, and they look at the person that's in a car, and they're like, oh, I wish I had a car. And then there's somebody on a bus stop looking at the person on a bike, and the person on the bus stop is looking at the person on the bike like, oh, I wish I had a bike so I could get to X, Y, and Z. And then it's somebody all the way up in the building, and it's a hospital, and they're like, oh, I wish I could at least just sit outside.
Mm.
So it's always going to be something that we either want, something that we're trying to achieve. I mean, because that's life, is always going to be something. So you got to be content with where you are. Even from the person that's in the car, you got a car to go from A to B. The person that's on the bike, you got a bike to go from A to B. You might got to put on a little rain jacket sometimes. The rain outside, but okay, you got to make it work. Okay, that person on the bus stop, okay, all praise to the Most High. He gave me some money to get this bus pass, and I'm able to get to work, point A, point B.
Mm.
Even to the person that's in the hospital, all praise to the Most High that He woke me up today. So even though we look at other people and it might seem like, oh, this person got it off a little bit better than what I got it off, it might not be that. That person, they might gotta sleep in their car, or like you just never know. So it's so much attached with wanting what somebody else has, and not being thankful for what you have, because at any moment, any time, as the Lord giveth, the Lord can take away as well. And
Mm.
you know, a lot of us can say, "Oh, I'll be willing to give up this, and that, and whatever, whatever for the Most High." But when it happened, when you go through that trial or that tribulation, hold on, I'm sorry. You better get down. Sorry, guys. But when you go through that trial or tribulation, it's like, how do you really handle that? You know, if you are to get the things that that you are asking for or praying for, these things like that, like how are you going to be when if it gets taken away as well? So it's like, you know it could seem like everything is all what they say, peaches and cream, all that in a bag of chips, all that. But it's like, when those things aren't there anymore, how are you really going to act? Are you still going to serve the Lord? Are you still going to have faith? Are you
Mm.
still going to be strengthened through the Spirit? Like, you got to think about these things. So that's just, hopefully, I made a little bit of sense.
You did. That was very beautiful what you brought up. I've never heard of that analogy before. But now that you say that, that really is the spirit that really goes into the exhortation of this posted this morning. And that really goes into what I was saying at the beginning of the podcast. This is the day which the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it, because each day is a blessing. We could be here today and gone tomorrow. And that's why people be like, live every day like it's your last. And not more so walking around in the sense like, oh, I could die tonight, but in a sense of like, you really don't know what could happen tomorrow. And just giving each day your best foot forward. Like I was saying earlier in the podcast, if we constantly focused on the burdens of this life, we never really be at peace. That's why Isaiah 26:3 tells us to keep our mind focused on the Most High. We want peace. And that's why Christ tells us, yeah, you're going to have tribulation, but with me, you're going to have peace. Really just been thankful for real because, and this isn't to diminish anything anybody's going through, but it could be worse, and we also have to, even in the hard times, you have to find something to be grateful about. I mean, I'm telling you, it's something to be grateful for. It really just boils down to your mindset, if I'm being honest. It really does. Because there's something to be thankful for. Because if it wasn't, the scripture wouldn't tell us, and everything give thanks. So everything you gotta give thanks, because it's really called Yahawashi. It's really called Yahawashi. We don't realize how, I was just thinking as you were talking, we don't realize how blessed we are. Like we spoiled, to be honest. We spoiled, right? We live in a luxurious life. It don't even gotta be luxurious in the sense of, oh, I got this much money in my bank account and I got the newest car. No, luxury meaning you have everything you need plus some. Like you have a roof over your head, you have food on your table, you have clothes in your bag. I mean, you have the freedom to just go and do this and do like, it's such a,
you could pick up and go when you want to.
You could do whatever you want in righteousness, literally. I mean, you going. We take things.
Yeah, I was gonna say our foreparents ain't really have that luxury, honey. They was somebody. They had taskmasters over them, as they would say.
I came across this lady YouTube channel, and I don't know why she chooses to do this, but that's none of my business. She has a YouTube channel, and she lives like it's the 1800s, meaning everything her husband do. I'm gonna show y'all.
Oh my goodness, you talking about? I don't think I know who you're talking about. Let me see.
I'm gonna show y'all right now. Hold on.
I didn't even set up my daggone microphone.
But you can bring her to me, babe. She gonna be cutting up the whole time. Yeah, baby. Okay.
But honey, them times back then, our foreparents was not picking up, getting on an airplane, going to the Bahamas, Jamaica, wherever. They wasn't doing all of that, okay? They had other stuff going on. Sorry, y'all. I'm having technical difficulties.
But look at this. She just popped on my channel out of nowhere, and
she got that old school washing machine and everything.
I don't know. Look, this.
Oh no, I was talking about an Eve.
Oh,
it's an Eve that,
like, she basically, like I said, I don't know why she does that, because I mean, to me, that's a lot of work.
Baby, she be washing clothes out on that thing. That's how they be in the islands. Sometimes.
But she does everything like it's like in 1800s. So you can imagine how everything different was from the 18th century to now in 2024. From the 1800s, let's do the math. From the 1800s to 2024. 224 years ago. She living life like it's 224 years ago. Things are so different. And just see how blessed we are from how things have changed from then to now. You know, how much easier it is. You know, we talked about microwave society. We want everything so fast. Mm-hmm. How easy it is to get things at the snap of our finger.
I don't know what we be thinking.
Trying to tell you.
That's how it's supposed to be.
We really just like we was talking about. The grass ain't always green on the other side. Okay, so be careful what you pray for.
The grass is greener wherever you water it. Wherever you take the time. Mm-hmm. Wherever you take the time to flourish it and take time to work on yourself, take time to improve things, and that's where it's going to flourish. So whatever you give your time over to, that's what's going to grow. So if you want to take your time and, you know, um, complaining and things like that, it's what fruit can bear from that. What fruit can really bear from that? A sister had asked before, I think I said it on here before. A sister asked, how do you know that you're bearing fruit? I said, I don't know. The Most High put on my spirit what I said, because I don't know. Sorry, y'all. I was reading a comment. A sister asked, how do you know that you're bearing fruit? And the Lord put on my spirit. He gave me the download. That's what the young kids be saying. But he put on my spirit that he gave me a download.
You said that's what the young folks be saying. Who says that? Nobody says that.
Well, obviously you ain't young no more then.
Girl, very much so.
But no, the Most High put on my spirit, like, you're bearing fruit when other people can eat from it. Like when other people, when you can, basically saying, when you can pour into other people, when other people can eat from the fruit of the tree. That's how you know the tree is, and it's bearing good fruit. Because if you get some fruit off the tree and it's not ripe yet, you can't eat it. So even though you can produce fruit, it's not always good fruit. So you want to produce good fruit. Do that make sense?
Yeah, because you could have a tree bake. I'm gonna say bake. What? Make fruit. But then some fruit, like if you go to the store and you get some strawberries or some berry, whatever, and you might have some molded and mushy. Don't nobody want that.
Right.
Every fruit on the tree ain't good fruit.
So wherever you take the time to improve, and like the same way you can learn a skill. Okay, I've taken time to. That's where you've watered. That's what you watered. You wanted to learn how to speak Hebrew a little bit more. You watered over there. You wanted to learn how to bake. You watered over there a little bit. So wherever you water, that is where, that's what's going to be greener. That's what's going to be greener, because you took your time, you took your attention, and things like that. So wherever you water, that's where it's going to be greener. You can't always look at somebody else patch of water. I mean, I said patch of water, patch of grass, and think, oh well, their grass is super green and things like that. Baby, they might have put spray paint on there. Okay, so everything you see isn't always what it seems. And I don't know if y'all saw like the picture that we used today for like the flyer and stuff, but I wanted to say as well, something that I thought of on this topic was like, everybody has something going on. It might be something else, but everybody has something going on, whether sisters talk about it or not. Like, there's not a day where everything is always like, it's not a time when everything is going to be perfect. Like, I mean, perfect in our sense, in our, like, how society today claims as perfect. You know what I mean? Because perfect in a word is something different than how we explain it today. In modern day, I'll guess say. But yeah, like, everybody has something going on. Like, even though you might see a sister, oh, she's doing this, she's doing that, she's doing that. Like, you never know what other people really have going on. Sisters could just be having heavy spirits on them and still are enduring through. So I just want to make sure y'all praying for sisters. Even if every time you see the sister, she got a smile on her face, pray for sisters. Make sure y'all are reaching out to sisters and talking. Even if it's just a, hey sis, how you doing, through the spirit. And, ask sisters if they have prayer requests. A sister told me, she was like, every time you check in on me and, you ask certain things, she was like, it be right on time. Sometimes it's right on time. When the Most High put somebody on your spirit, check on them. If you can't check on them, pray for them. So everything is not always, what you think it is, So, uh,
Con, I definitely agree with that. Even, you know, Con, I definitely agree with that. If somebody, we all going through something, trust me. Even if, like the sister said, even if that sister always got a smile on her face, that sister always the one checking up on you. Sometimes you gotta return. I'm not gonna call it a favor, but sometimes you gotta check on. You know, we talked about before the strong friends, the ones that seem
mm-hmm.
the ones that seem like they got it together, and you know, and that's not to downplay anybody works. There's some real mighty sisters in this thing, but the strong friends, the one that's always checking for everybody, the one that's always got a smile on their face. You gotta check on them for real. You gotta check on them for real. The one is the ones that's always pouring into everybody else. You gotta check on those people. You gotta check on everybody.
And don't be afraid for you to ask for help as well, because sometimes sisters need prayers. Sometimes it be, to be honest and transparent, days get hard. Days get very hard. Your seasons change. I know right now I'm in a busier season than I have been, like, in the past. I'll say, like, well, not really, because I kind of been busy all the time, but um, take advantage when you have downtime. Take advantage of that time. Make sure that y'all are taking care of yourselves. Because take as the older you get, you gotta make sure you're taking care of your health and things like that. Like, on the topic of everything you see isn't always what it seems on the outside. You can seem like you're doing fine, but if you're not taking care of your health, you're not taking time to, make sure that you're okay mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Those things can ultimately sneak up on you. It can sneak up on you, and you don't want to wait till it's too late. And you just want to really love on yourself so that you can love, your people, because we gotta love our neighbor as we love ourselves. So making sure that you take care of yourself as well is another thing too, because child, it's hard. It's hard. That's why I still got these braids in.
I definitely just entered into a new season myself. Just to be transparent, I'm in school, just started a new job. Of course, keep her at home, mom, wife, all of the good things, all of the fun things.
Give me that.
It gets a lot. I actually genuinely is gonna have a melt. Dana did. I had a meltdown Tuesday. Genuinely, like that's why don't look on the outside because you don't know. You just don't know the lot for people and how heavy it is for people behind closed doors. We got to check on your sisters more. Check on people. Check on each other. See how one another's doing. Ask sisters if there's anything you can pray about. Ask sisters if y'all need to fast. Do anybody want to fast together? Do sisters have a prayer request? Send some precepts throughout the day. As much as we be on our phone, drop a precept. Send precepts to sisters. In the morning, throughout the day, whatever the case may be. You know, I just did a video last week about being a good steward, and in a sense, being a good steward is also that Philippians 2 and 3 precept, not looking on the things of ourselves all the time, but on the things of others. Philippians 2 and 4, look not. I'm sorry, 3. Let not let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Yahawashi. So, we're here to glorify the Lord, and for everything we do, we're here to glorify the Lord and to help serve and pour into others. And so, we got to make sure that we're being the helping hand to others. Seeing is if there's anything anybody needs. But also on the flip side, like we were just talking about, checking up on that sister or those sisters that are always checking up on you. Because even those sisters are going through. All of us are going through. All of us battling with spirits. Some of us cry. All of us cry. So don't let the daily content, lifestyle content creator videos fool you. Don't let the vlogs fool you. Don't let the video. Don't let it fool you, because we all got flaws. We all in the flesh. We all struggling with something, and we all have hard times. So don't let it fool you, because don't nobody got it all together. Don't matter how long you've been in this truth. Don't matter how old you are. Don't nobody got it all together. We were just talking about this on Bible study.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody got it all together. Okay.
Oh,
We still trying to figure
no.
it out. It don't matter if you're 30, 31, 32, 25, 28, 40. We still trying to figure it out.
God.
We still trying to figure it out.
Because
And
every day you learning.
right, every day you learn, and if we were to have it all figured out, that means there's no more growth to do. So not having it all figured out, look at that as you just got more growing to do, and that's okay. Everybody gonna always have something to work on. It's always gonna be some growing to do, and we're not really supposed to have it all figured out anyways. Because as long as we're in this flesh, it's gonna always be something. Okay,
No,
we'll have
for
it all
real.
figured out when we in the kingdom, most high willing. Okay, that's the goal.
God.
That is
That's
the
what we
goal.
gotta strive. Strive to make it to the kingdom. That's what we striving for. Okay.
Hmm.
To be blameless and not, sitting around, you know, moping about things or, sad about X, Y, and Z. And sometimes it do listen, I've been through my fair share in my walk.
Okay.
And a lot of times it can become overwhelming or, um I don't know if sisters have experienced this, but for me, I'll go through something and then I'll be okay. And then it could just be a random moment where I just be like, boom, everything just hit me back again. And I'm just like, dang. And then I'll just be sad all over again. And um, one thing we talked about this week is just on the WFI Sisters Call, we talked about how it can be so easy to know these precepts, but when it comes time to utilize the precepts, that's when it really counts. Like you can sit around and be like, oh, this precept and that precept, and oh, that's sister no precepts and da da da. Okay, but sister, are you using those precepts when it comes time for you, when you feel like a spirit is coming on you that you're sad about whatever it is, or you feel like that you're not worthy enough, or that you aren't good enough, or that you're not in a place in life where you want to be? Have you utilized those scriptures? Have you utilized those precepts? Have you you know if you are struggling with a certain spirit, have you taken it to the Lord? Have you gotten counsel? Have you talked to somebody? It's just all these things to think about. You really gotta, when it comes down to it, you gotta get in this word. The more you get in this word, the more at peace you'll be. The more I'm in the word, it's like a sense of peace. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like, I guess I'll say, like, they say water off a duck's back. It just rolls right off. Like, the more I'm in the word, the easier it gets to handle certain things that I go through. So I would definitely, of course, recommend that sisters, find a way to be in the word, find a way to meditate in this word, because that's going to be your stability. That's going to help you not look around and be like, oh, well, I've been praying for this for this long, and now you getting mad at other people around you. Like our foremother going to say, give me children or else I die. And he said, I'm not the Lord. Only the Lord can give. The Lord can give. But guess what? Like I said earlier, the Lord can take away too. So you can't let the things that you kind of want, like, overtake your mind and be like, oh well, like it's a need. A lot of the things that we think that we want be needs. I mean, think that we need be wants. I'm sorry. A lot of things that we think that are a need is a want. And then, like I said before in a previous episode, like, you got to think, are these things aligned with what the Most High intent for me? I know that I'm in this flesh and I know that this is what I want, but is that really in alignment with the will of the Lord? Because at the end of the day, it's if the Lord will. So we got to think about, okay, well, dang, you know, I know I'm going through this, and that. I'm gonna remain cheerful and joyful and things like that. Or I know, and I said this as well on another previous episode. When you're going through certain things, it's going to be spirits. It's going to be spirits hopping on people to ask you questions to see how you're going to react. And that person don't even know what they talking about. They could say, "Oh, when are you gonna go get a new car? Or when are you gonna start going back to school? When y'all gonna have some kids? When y'all gonna have some more kids?" And that's something that already been vexing your spirit. So you gotta learn how to like tap into it. And when people ask me questions, I say, "Ask the Lord." I don't know. Ask the Lord. You want to ask me things that you don't think I've been praying about? You don't think I might have been crying about? You don't think I might have been angry about? And then I had started getting upset and angry. Like, why do you keep at, why y'all? And then it'd be different people. It'd be different people. That's how I started realizing, like, this is the spirit. It's a spirit that's making me get upset. Because it's different people asking me the same question. They don't even know each other. My mom in Georgia, my grandmother in Baltimore, my best friend in Baltimore. It's just like they don't even know they know each other, but they not talking to each other like on a daily basis. Like, or it'll be somebody at work ask me something. They don't know my mom. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta be in this word that's gonna help you be at peace and not have you with your eyes wanting things, lusting after things, coveting after things that you don't need. That's not in alignment with what the Lord said was in your lot. You got to be okay with it. And be okay with it, with what is not. We talked about that last time. Be okay with what is not, because a lot of times the things that you don't have could be protecting you from a lot of things that you don't want.
I'm telling you, that goes back to what I was just talking about earlier. And the was I sharing my screen this entire time?
It's not up there.
Should say, whew. But that goes back to what I was just talking about at the beginning of this podcast. I don't know if y'all noticed, our podcast episodes kind of been flowing through the spirit, accepting what is not, everything is what it seems, being content and thankful for where you are, because remember, we asked for a king in 1 Samuel. And it's crazy that you said protecting you, because I literally said that in the exhortation I posted last week. The Most High could protect you from something. You don't know the baggage and the spirits that come with what you coveted and want so bad, but the Lord do, and He's keeping you from it because He knows you can't handle it. He knows you don't need that.
But He know you're gonna go off.
You keep on poking. You keep on poking, and He gonna give you that.
He gonna unleash them bears.
You're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to deal with it. This is the bed you made. You're gonna have to lay in it.
Mm-hmm.
So be careful what you covering after, what you wanting, for real.
I was going to say a lot of things also are privileges. And I know we wanted to talk about that kind of on a separate episode, but a lot of things are privileges. It's a privilege to be a wife. It's a privilege to be a mother. It's a privilege to have a car. It's a privilege to be a homeowner. It's a privilege to do certain things. In certain times, you don't deserve it. And you still have to prove to the Lord that you deserve these things.
Yep.
Maybe that sister earned it.
Yep. You don't know, like we was talking about, you don't know what that sister had to go through to get that.
Right.
You don't know
the sister earned it.
The time she prayed and fasted and cried for that. You don't know if she suffered anything with trying to be able to conceive. You don't know of what all the things she went through her past. You don't know. You don't know. That's why we just need to mind our business, bro. Just mind your business.
I about to bring out.
Dang, it ain't got nothing to do with you. Goodness.
Hey, the grass is greener where you water it, baby. I'm trying to tell you.
1 Thessalonians 4:11, and that you study to be quiet and do your own business and to work with your own hands as we commanded you. Worry about you, your works, and your salvation. Don't worry about what on another person's plate. because goes into the video I did. Be that good steward. Worry about what's on your plate and take care of what the Lord has given you to take care of. Because you over here looking over there, you looking at them. You not even eating off the plate the Most High gave you, and you want some more. You got a whole plate right here. You got a whole bin, and you want somebody else's bucket. You need to empty this one out. Enjoy this first.
Mm-hmm.
Worry about somebody else.
Talking about, I want the cherry on top of my ice cream sundae too. How come I ain't getting no sprinkles? You
could have choked up on the cherry on top. It could have got you.
You allergic.
Up. Okay.
Look, you allergic. Okay. You gonna be swelled up.
Okay.
About to die.
But the Most High protect me from it. But you don't see that because we be so carnal minded sometimes.
It's like a kid in a
kid. We just see face value.
Mm-hmm.
Face value.
It's like a kid in a candy store.
And
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to expound on that picture that we posted up there real quick. And just because everything in your life seems like it's not moving at the pace that you want it to, doesn't mean that in the spirit you aren't a little bit further than the sister that you think got it all together. The sister you think got it all together, but you're spiritually a little bit more mature than what that sister is.
And see, that's what matters. That's what matters. The spirit is what matters, not the outside. Not having. I was just telling sister, it's a blessing to be able to have your own place. It's a blessing to be able to have these things are privileges. They're blessings, right? But just because you don't have that doesn't take anything away from you. That doesn't take anything away from you. That doesn't make you any less of a woman. Doesn't make you any less of a servant of the Lord. Like, it doesn't diminish anything from you. What matters is the spirit. What matters is, we have the most precious thing above all. Like, yeah, it's a blessing to have this house. It's a blessing. It's a privilege to be able to be a mom and a wife. These things are beautiful through the spirit. But the most important thing that we're most grateful for is the spirit of the Lord. That this wisdom that is above all rubies, that cannot be compared to gold. That's the most precious, beautiful thing. And you have that. You have that. And the Most High, and this goes to the video the elder Susanna just did on Friday, going to We're Not Worthy. The Most High cherry picking people. She said, you. That's what the Most High's doing. That's what the Most High's doing. And so it doesn't matter if you don't have what you think that other sister have. It doesn't matter that you don't have what you see she got, because you have the spirit of the Lord and you have the most precious thing. So that's what matters, because he ain't gave it to everybody. He's not waking everybody up, but he woke you up. So be thankful for that. And if the Most High sees you fit for that, he'll give you that. But don't covet and want what somebody else got. Because you wanted stuff for the wrong reason. That's the wrong reason. That's why James said what he said. You got it because you asking him. You ain't got it because you asking.
You asking me. Right.
You asking for them, and you don't think, do not the Lord know our heart? What them Christians be saying? The God know my heart? He do.
The Lord know my heart.
He do. And that's why you ain't got it, because he know you want it for the wrong reasons. He know you coveting after that sister. He know that you comparing yourself and not being thankful for what you got. He know that, and that's why you ain't got it, because you want somebody else's plate. You don't know how to mind your business, be content, eat your food on your plate. You turn around somewhere, sit down.
Yep.
This is James 4 and 3. Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lust. Remember Paul, he said, I had not known lust unless the law said not to covet, roughly paraphrasing. The scripture tells us not to covet. To covet is to want what somebody else got. So when it says right here, consume it upon your lust, you want to consume it because you desire something that's not yours.
And what they say, what's mine gonna be mine. What's for me, it's for me. Okay. So what's for you is for you. You're gonna have it. Don't be out here looking at people that's not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments either. That applies that way as well. Okay, yeah. You know, the sister, she might be younger than you. She might got this big business, and she can buy whatever she wants and things like that. But those are the fleshly, earthly things that are going to pass away. Those are the things that you can't take with you. So we have to worry about not envying a sinner, or not envying people that don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Not envying having, or you're wanting, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. Okay, did you check with the Lord first? I've been learning that as well. Every single last little thing you need to be checking with the Lord. Checking with the Lord to see, like, dang, am I even supposed to do that? Am I supposed to go here? Am I supposed to want this? Am I supposed to? Is it my flesh telling me, or Lord, is that you putting the spirit in me to do it? Or, you know, check in with the Lord, see what He think about it. You know,
Con, con. That's what I was just saying. That's what I was just saying. We have this wisdom that's above rubies. So what all that stuff is earthly, worldly riches. It don't matter. It don't matter. Sometimes you just gotta accept your lot for what it is at the moment. Sometimes you gotta get in a place where you just gotta be okay where you at. Okay, I've been praying for this for some time now. I've been fasting for this. I'm just gonna enjoy where I am, and when the Most High sees me fit for it, Lord willing, if He sees me fit, I can get it. But right now, I'm gonna put it out of sight, out of mind. Why keep worrying about it, stressing over it? Like, okay, just enjoy where you are. Enjoy where you are, because you gotta enjoy where you are. Because look, we was different seasons, man. Different seasons. Different seasons.
what's that?
Enjoy this downtime you have. If you got too much downtime, if you bored, you ain't diligent enough. So find some stuff to do. There's people that wish they had the downtime you had. Okay,
Okay,
shoot.
shoot. I wanted to read this. Did you read James chapter 1 already? You read that already?
Mm-mm.
All right. This James chapter 1 verse 6. It says, "But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering." Oh, I'm sorry. James chapter 1 verse 6 and 7. It says, "But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed." This is the point, verse 7. "For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord." That means that just because you pray to the Lord and ask Him, don't mean that you're going to get it. Don't mean that you're going to get it. When you used to ask your parents for stuff, that didn't mean you was going to get it, But you asked anyway because you was like, you know what, I might get it. I'm probably gonna get it. You know, you had a little bit of faith in you, like, if I be good, if I do this, if I clean my room, if I do all these things, and then I ask, I might get it. So it's kind of the same way, you keeping these law, statutes, commandments, you're doing the best that you can, being sincere through the spirit, praying, fasting, reading, studying, all these things, and you pray to the Lord, you might get it. You might. It's if the Lord will. You was younger, it was if my mama say so, if my daddy say so, then I can. So now that we're older and we have a lot more understanding, is if the Lord will, but just because you pray for something and you get it, it's not. I always say that, and Abarriyah knows I always say this. When we pray for things, we don't get to choose what it looks like. We do not get to choose what it looks like when we pray for things. So when we say, "Oh, uh, Lord, I want a car. I just need a car to get me from point A to point B," and honey, you might get. The last car I had, I was like, I was just looking for a little hoopty. I wasn't looking for no, but the Lord, blessed me. Had a little Volkswagen. It was Volkswagen Passat. It was nice. It was a nice car. And so now, you know, if I pray for a car now, I'm like, Lord, I need a car again. And I don't get my Volkswagen Passat. Okay, Or you're praying for a house, and then you come across a house, but it's a little ran down little thing. You gotta do a little bit repairs and things like that. Lord, I know I prayed for a house, but da, 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 da. Like, no, everything is, and then you're a homeowner. When you're a homeowner, you gotta do water, gas, trash, lawn, all these things. When you're a car owner, you not only got to do gas, insurance. If you got a car payment. You got to have money to get if you got a flat tire, oil change. Everything ain't always what it seems. So you think you're just getting a car, but sometimes when you get what you're praying for, you're signing up for way more. It's like the car and then the clause is at the bottom. You know that part on commercials where they be like, if that's the clause. That's all the other stuff. That's all the other stuff that comes attached to what you're asking for. The big part.
That stuff add up too. That stuff ain't cheap. I'm trying to tell
At
you.
all. So then now you like now you're worrying because you don't know how this gonna get done. Now you crying, complaining, all these other things. But it's like, ain't that what you asked for? Think about it. So, like the sister said,
Yeah.
be careful for what you're praying for. Be careful for what you're asking for. Also, asking the Lord to make sure that you are prepared for what you're praying for.
Mm.
Lord, please, I know that this is what I'm praying for, but allow me to be prepared and ready for what I'm asking for. Because I know that everything is not always what it seems like. It might
I'm
be
saying,
nice to be a homeowner, but then it's stressful a little bit. It might be nice to have a sewing machine or whatever it is, but you know, learning how to sew, baby, it's a lot of tricks and turns learning how to sew. One day I stayed up to 4 o'clock in the morning trying to learn how to sew.
it could be
So it's
stressful at
just
times.
yeah, it could be therapeutic when you get in the flow and the rhythm of things. It's therapeutic. You can drink
Mhm.
your little glass of wine, sew you up some clothes, real therapeutic. But baby, when you first learn how to drive, when you first learn how to sew, that stuff is stressful. That stuff is stressful.
But it's just a season. But yeah, y'all,
Yeah.
that's why we saying just be content. Ask things if it be the Lord's will. That's why Christ said, if it be your will, Father, not mine, move this cup from you. If it's the
Fine.
Lord's will, if it's the Lord's will, he'll do those things. And if it's not gonna happen. That's why James said you don't have it because you ask amiss. You're asking for the wrong reasons. It looks good on the outside. I'm telling y'all, ooh, child.
What Paul said, he said, "My grace is enough, is efficient." What's that he
Not
said?
reasons. These things are privileges, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to, you know, be better. Nothing wrong with wanting to, if you're single, wanting a family. There's nothing wrong with you know having desires and put it like that. The Most High gives us a desire for
Oh,
righteousness. Like the sister
oh,
said, just make sure you pray that you're prepared for whatever your desire may be, because it's gonna. I'm telling you, some baggage is gonna come with it. It's gonna be tough. But
I
also
know.
remembering that, the Lord is our strength. And um, Psalms 18:29 gave me strength. I mean, not strength, gave me comfort 2 weeks ago. For by thee I have run through a troop, and by my God have I leaped over walls. So just remembering that with the Most High, we can leap over and get through anything. But just take it one day at a time, one step at a time, not the whole staircase. Just enjoying where you are, because the Most High has you there for a reason. Learn the lessons He wants you to learn. Because how you gonna want more and get to the next point in your life, but you're not even ready for real. You want to
Um,
get to point B, but you want to skip all of the lessons and the trial and tribulation that comes with point A. When point A is gonna help get you ready for point B. So you got to enjoy where you are because you want this, and that, but you're not even really built up for it. Now, when you get it, you're gonna know what to do with it. You're gonna be going through a lot, and the Most High is trying to protect you and save you from it, but you wanted it so bad.
yeah. I was gonna say, and there's a lot of things that you know, um, as sisters, I think Like we've said in previous episodes, I really wish we had more elder sisters that we could really just sit down, sit around, and soak up their wisdom because they'll be like, baby, why are you in a rush for? What are you in a rush for? Why are you rushing so fast to get to this destination that in the Lord's timing that you're going to get there anyway? You're going to get married when you're supposed to, if it be in the Lord's will. You're going to have children in the Lord's timing, if it be of His will. You're going to accomplish so many things in His timing. Why are you rushing? The number one thing is to be focusing on your relationship with the Most High. Everything else, seek the kingdom, seek ye first the kingdom, and all these other things shall be added unto thee. These scriptures are real. I don't know if sisters just be like, oh well, the scriptures are just here. No, the scriptures are real. It's a living word. It's living waters. It's so many things that aren't inside of this word that we on a daily basis have to learn. And the number one thing I would just say is stop rushing through life. Stop rushing through your seasons. Be patient. Slow down. Slow down. Because when you get there, you're gonna say, "I wish I had. I could have waited. I wish I would have. Da, 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 da. I wish I could have done this differently," or things like that. Learn while you can now. Learn while you're in the season when you have time to learn. Be there to soak up, the time with your children. Your children are going to grow up. Then you're going to be like, dang, I wish I had more time to spend with the kids. They off to college. They doing this. They growing up. They with their friends. They doing this. They, got their own Bible studies going on with sisters around their age, or if it's a son, then he's hanging around the brothers that's his age and things like that. It's just be content, be grateful, and be patient. Slow down. It's no rush to get to this. Where we going? If it ain't to the kingdom, baby, then I ain't trying to rush.
Okay.
I ain't trying to rush. It's so much to be thankful for, be grateful for right here, right now. That you know why rush to something that we don't even know what it's really like. You don't even know what it's really like on the other side till you get there. Then you're gonna be like, oh, this what sisters was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what sis was talking about.
When you get married, you're gonna be like, child,
When you come a mom, you're gonna be like, ooh.
child, okay. This is what sisters was talking about. That's what you're gonna be
Y'all,
able to say.
we don't want y'all to feel bad for having desires in righteousness because there's nothing wrong with that in righteousness.
No.
But we're just asking y'all to examine why do you want it? Examine what's the reason behind it. Okay. And just examine, are you really content and thankful what you have now? Are you using the resources to the best of your ability with what you have now? With the few lemons the most High gave you, what are you doing with them? Are you making lemonade? That's all. Because I'm not. It's nothing. Don't get me wrong. It's a blessing to be a mother and a wife. It's a privilege. But y'all, I would be lying if I told y'all it wasn't hard. I'd be lying if I told y'all there were days where I would be lying if I told y'all that there were not days that I cried and begged for strength. I'd be
Child,
lying if I told y'all where I was angry and I felt like I was having a meltdown. I just want to slap somebody. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have these emotions at times. I'd be lying. So it's a blessing. It's beautiful. I'm not trying to scare anybody away, but it's hard. Just like all of our lots, it's hard. Okay,
um,
but the Lord is our strength. The Lord is our strength. So whatever your lot is, the Lord is our strength, and He will continue to get us through. But
God,
do you really appreciate each and every day? Do you really appreciate the season the Most High has you in? When is the last time you gave the Most High thanks? When is the last time you gave the Most High thanks? Are you learning? Because Most High, he's trying to, like Jeremiah 29:11 tells us, he has plans to give us an end. The Most High's trying to take you somewhere, but you gotta let him. You gotta let him. He gotta prune you. He gotta purge you. He gotta send you through that fire. He gotta put you in these seasons. So before you can continue to grow and be the woman he wants you to be, you have to go through these things. So you can't just want what everybody else have and jump the gun and just jump to A to D and D to G. You can't do that. You got to go through each season. You got to go through these hard times. You got to go through these seasons of solitude. You got to go through these seasons of hardships. You have to in order to get that. And just how we're trying to get the end goal, in order to get the end goal, we have to endure captivity. So you just have to enjoy where you are and just shift your mindset. Ask and ye shall receive. Pray for the Most High to help you have a better mindset about things. Pray to the Most High to help you be more positive, to not complain, to be more joyful, be more thankful. Pray for these things. Do what you got to do. Be mindful of the things you're listening to. Be mindful of the things that come out of your mouth. Listen to some uplifting music. Listen to some, praise music. Listen to some music that's going to make you feel like you want to jump up and dance. Don't be walking around moping, listening to sad music. Oh, I wish I had this. Because that's just carnal mind to always want more, and to have the audacity to think that the Most High has to give you that.
I was going to say, the Most High owes you something. He don't.
When the Most High has already given us so much, and you can't even be thankful for that. Because like we were just talking about, these things are just fleshly. These things are just fleshly. What really matters is our relationship with the Most High and in our spirit. So what is our spirit like? Because that's what matters at the end. Your spirit, your faith in Yahawashi shall your works, your fear in the Lord. This is Romans 8:6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be, we start at 5. For they that after the flesh do mind things of the flesh, where they are after the spirit, things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of Yahawah, neither indeed can be. So then they that in the flesh cannot please the Most High, be or not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of Yahawah dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Christ, is none of his. So don't be carnally minded, always wanting more. Be spiritually minded and thankful for what the Most High has done, because he renew his mercies every day. He didn't have to wake you up today. You don't have to have nothing. But be thankful for what you have, because to whom much is given, much is required. Most High is dealing with everybody differently, but at least he's dealing with you. Okay.
Okay, fine. And I wanted to make this my closing precept. This is Sirach chapter 3 and verse 21 through 24. It says, "Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence. For it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret, and be not curious in unnecessary matters before, for more things are showed unto thee than men understand, for many are deceived by their own vain opinions, and an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment." So you don't want your judgment to be overthrown because you're thinking about something and it's not even that. It may not even be that. Everything is not what it seems. Even down to, a sister might be having a hard time and, she just might be sad and didn't speak to you. And you're like, oh, that's just a guy attitude. She ain't got da 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 da. The sister might be going through a hard time. Break the ice, communicate, and be like, hey, sis, what's going on? I see you weren't, you ain't really speak, or, you sitting over here by yourself, and, things like that. Help a sister out.
Everything in the brothers.
Yes, everything is not about you.
Right.
Okay?
I learned that because even that's happened to me before. I thought a sister had a little attitude, me was acting funny. And then I was thinking to myself, I was like, I'm being prideful. I don't know what that sister got going on. Let me go over here and speak to this sister. So I went over there, and the whole time the sister was going through something. So see, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Everything is not always about us.
Everything ain't always what it seems. So make sure y'all praying for sisters. Make sure y'all stay uplifted through the spirit. Check out the Help Me Hangout, our Instagram page, my Instagram page, A Lily Among Thorns, and Abarriyah's Instagram page. What's your thing? The name of it is just Abarriyah.
The name of what?
On your Instagram. Like what's the full?
Abarriyah, Alicia.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to say it wrong.
It's in the
Oh,
description
you
box.
don't. Okay, yeah. Everything is in the description box. We have some events coming up. Don't want to blast out everything on here, but check those pages to see the events that we do have coming up as far as things for sisters, so we can all stay in the spirit and stay uplifted. And we got Bible study, we got the prayer call, we got book club, and then we have a couple other things going on too. I pray sisters continue enduring through the spirit, remembering everything you see isn't always what it seems. So don't take things personal. It's not all about you. Keep your mind stayed on the most high. Okay, keep your mind stayed on the most high. He'll give you that perfect peace. Okay.
Y'all have a great week. I love y'all. I'm tired. Shalom.
Love y'all too. Shalom, y'all. Have a good week.